Holy moly, I'm back. I am free for now. I am free from the clutches of the education system. Hello. Hey everyone. How's it going? It's been a month. And yeah, no, I spent the month, I spent the 3 weeks working very hard to work on the school stuff. And then I spent the other week really just taking my time. Huh? Huh? God. Oh crap. I'm watching someone and then now, oh god. Oh no. But anyways, hello everyone. It's been a bit. I've been gone for a month. Okay, that's kind of being scared. I am being perceived that let me go put up some music. Okay, that's a little bit scary, but yeah. Hello, it's been a month, it's been a while, it's been a pretty long time. It's been a pretty long time since I've last streamed. I have a lot of like silly things we could talk about. Oh great, Twitch is not running my restreams and stuff. I guess it's been a month. It's been a pretty long time, so I gotta fix that. Oh, hey Dovely, I'm watching you on my phone. How's it going? That is a little bit scary, but okay. You know, I gotta mute you so I can actually like focus. There's a little too many noises in my head. Anyways, what was I talking about? So yeah, I've been gone doing school stuff. There's some pretty neat stuff I can talk about. Like, what's it? Apparently, you know, I'll get to those later. What we're doing today is going to be continuing working on our typical 3D modeling stuff. I was thinking of actually doing, like, return animations and all that, but, like, I'm a little bit too much of a bum. A bit too much of a bum to do that, so I didn't. So instead, we're going to be working on continuing the little story stuff we have. This is one of the props I was going to use. Cut out everything so that people don't actually know for spoiler purposes. So we're working on this. I did have an older version that I made a while. Actually, it's several years old at this point. But the thing is with that is, it was before this is like partially for my friends. Like he designed this mask, and I did not know that it actually moved, which I did not do on the original mask. So we're gonna change that to actually have it so it does have movement. But, ooh, is that loud? No, it's not. But I am. So yeah, how's everyone's day? At least today, I haven't really been doing much. It's more been, like, really bumming it out, because I'm like, I was supposed to go and do... I'm very much terrified. From how I'm perceiving this, I'm probably gonna do it in the same way I do my regular the way I do like faces. So I'm gonna do that and then cut it off to make it so it actually works properly. We have two sides. So what my plan is that I'm gonna have it so it's like the way like the mouth's opened, and then what's it? And then make a shape key where I can maneuver, like, edit it to being the closed version. That's the plan. Okay, yeah, everything's back to normal. Oh, I should probably move the head. this back, so it's a little bit easier for me to actually see the asset. But yeah, no, I really spent like a lot of time studying for the calculus I was talking about a while back. Did not really spend too much. No, I spent a lot of time on that. I spent the whole 3 weeks. It was not easy. Because I feel like I've gotten significantly dumber over time. Like, I getting smarter in other ways, dumber in others, you know? As things go. Hmm. Oh, no, no, okay, I can see that. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like where the lip would move. But yeah, I can start talking about, like, the random funky stories. Like, okay, let me just move things. Hmm. Oh, I guess the big one that I learned, like, as I paused, was that apparently my dad, he has, like, for some, okay, I got my dad into, no, my dad naturally just got into watching YouTube videos over time, because it's like, he just got a new phone. I'm pretty sure I've told you guys about that. Getting a new phone because it fell in the water and it just stopped working, and we needed a new one for him. So he started watching, like, YouTube videos on his phone, and he eventually got an honest to god YouTube op. It's actually it's pretty, it was weird. Like, this, my dad, like, argues with this one guy on like, this YouTube content creator. It's very odd to me, but you know, it's like, you know, whatever, right? It's like, this guy, he makes a bunch of content that's like shilling a lot for a lot of stuff for in America. And my dad, if he gets like mad enough, he goes and like actually argues with the dude on in the comments. It's like, you are stupid, you are a fool for believing in that type of stuff. Like, it's really funny to me, at least, that my dad's like really just beefing with some random dude on the internet. But then, like, you know, after over time, because this like went on for a lot longer than the month I was gone. I only learned about it like week 1. And what happened was like oh, whoa, that should not be playing it. Oh, okay, that's lovely. The shuffle doesn't work properly. Doesn't work anymore. I love YouTube, and they're updating stuff. Right, okay. But over time, it's like, okay, I went and learned later on, like maybe like a week or two after learning about him having an op, that apparently the guy, I guess it those comments started getting to him because I guess a lot of other people started hating on him too. That he locked the comments. So in a way, my dad won. My dad won, beat his op. I don't even know if he like bothers watching. You know, bait used to be believable type stuff. That was pretty funny. I thought it was very funny that my dad was just beefing with some dude on the internet. Like, I wouldn't even do stuff like that. I'm just like, you know, I just kind of go, yeah, bait used to be believable, and just ignore it and leave it alone. But yeah, that was a pretty funny thing that happened. What else? What else? Happened in my time as I was gone. Um, I started one of my VTuber friends started streaming on this site called uh, well, not really a site, but an app called Irium. So I started visiting that, started going to that, and apparently I made a lot of friends. I wouldn't say friends is probably not the right term because I don't think they see me as friends, but I've made acquaintances with a lot of people. Oh, that it's like, oh yeah, I started interacting with a lot more people. Oh, look at me, Mr. Antisocial, trying to finally make more friends. You know, my yearly goal of, oh, I'll try and make some friends this year, some more friends. You know, finally getting some of that, some more friends on that. Then what else? Though when I showed up, it was during like this event where hmm I guess I'll try and make it so it bends to this way at least a bit more. Oh, did I lose my train of thought? I lost my train of thought. But oh yeah, yeah. I started going onto Irium to watch, like, start watching people during a very like big event that they had. It was like, oh, they had a collaboration with an anime convention named Offkai, where, if you can if you score on a certain placement, you get to be on this like giant banner during an actual like anime convention, and people were fighting for that, and it was kind of like spooky in a way, for at least for some, like, the idea for me, because it's like a lot of people like to do it. What they did was like a lot of like these things, they call it like batsu. It's like a effectively like a torture wheel type stuff where they do a bunch of gimmicks. Like, oh yeah, we put a bunch of punishment wheel, not torture wheel, punishments. So like, there's a bunch of punishments inside of there. It's like, oh, you hit a certain amount of points from donations and or like the other ways. And they spin the wheel, do torture, torment, and I don't know. For me, I'm like, I wouldn't be able to do that because I just felt so bad. Because I'm trying to like imagine that, like, oh, in my situation, not even my situation, just how everyone throughout that is feeling, right? Where they're doing this, like, they're fighting for as hard as they can to get into those placements, right? And like, these people were like torturing themselves, doing anything to get, like, on that placement, and watching certain people like drop like hundreds on them, on some people, was pretty shocking to me, at least. And like, while I'm grateful that the people that I enjoy were excuse me, were able to, like, get it onto the placements, it was like I was watching until like the moment it ended, and it does, like, it really stressed me out because it was like watching some people who were, because you had to be in like the top 50 out of like what, it wasn't that actually like too crazy. It was like top 50 out of 70 or something like that. And from that, they were going and checking some people were streaming to the bitter end, trying to, like, get on the placement. and I just felt really bad because, it just kind of bummed me out because, watching some people who did that and then others who, for whatever reason, probably just, life and whatnot, who couldn't stream at that time, you know, people people see each other as like, main characters of their own story, you can understand that, right? So watching people like, they jump up, they get into the banner, but I don't know. I just couldn't shake off the idea of like, someone got knocked down before that too. So it's like, oh, sure, you've gone on to the placement, but the other person who was on number 50 has now become 51, and they're not streaming. So it's like they wake up and it's like, oh, I didn't get in, and I just feel really sad for them for like that. It's like, yeah, this is kind of like what makes me not want to play. This is why like I have trouble playing. I don't like playing competitive games too much because I feel a little bit too much for the people who do who I'm versus against. It makes me I don't know. It just makes me sad seeing stuff like that. Like, yeah, sure, you're bringing people you like up, but it's like the people who aren't with you get brought down, right? If you can, if you get what I'm like talking about, at least. But anyways, other than that, after the event, everyone being chill with each other, it's pretty fun to see like a bunch of people collaborating, which in a way brings it up a different idea, like because right now on that site, well, app, what they do is like they have to do a whole vetting process to be able to like make sure you should like to become part of the group, group. It's like they're called like founding streamers. They vet you first to be sure that you're a good fit for them, a good representative for Irium. In the same way like you would be for like scoping out someone for an agency, I guess. And because of that, all the people there are actually like pretty good people. But it does make me a little worried for like when afterwards when they finally make it public, when they finally make the app public, where it's like, oh dear, some people are gonna, especially for the competitions. Like I'm worried about that because it's like you're gonna get the most like cutthroat people that show up. It's gonna be kind of freaky. I'll do that afterwards. Okay, you guys see the vision, right? This is like the teeth, all the teeth, the little straight teeth coming up here. I think this is a little too high though. I should actually like, lower it. A little bit going a little bit too much for the caricature of it. That I'm not doing this properly. Oh, I should recheck my stream Twitch stuff because I actually don't. I might have messed up. Me and my what was my last stream? Beyblades? Oh, whoops, that's someone else's stream. I just clicked and be like, oh crap, I might have forgot. It still might be IRL, right? No, art, swap to art. Okay, that should be okay-ish. Unstable. Average stream bitrate too high. Too high. What is it at? 6,000? Fine. I'll lower it. I'll lower it for you There, it's lower. Are you happy now, Twitch? No. No, they're not happy. Okay. I think their max is like 6,000, so if I just go like, let's say 100 under, if I tune the bitrate to like that, will it be no longer unstable? So, no, I'll deal with that another day. I'm sure it's probably okay, right? I'm sure it's okay. Okay, back to work. It was like, just like how, there's the most, like, evil, toxic people that show up after, in, like, YouTube, just for clout, and, or, you know, really any site, you know, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, you know, how absolutely venomous people show up after a while. You know, take advantage of people's kindness and all that. Yeah, that's the stuff I'm a bit worried about when it comes to something for Irium, once it opens up to like the public more. But I'm sure they know what they're doing. They've been they aren't like inexperienced, considering they've been doing this on Japan for a while now. So it's probably okay. I'm probably just a little too worried about something like that. Oh, hmm. Okay, let me actually cross-section that. Get rid of this one, because I think... Like, I don't need to rig the mask, because it's like, oh, it's just, this part definitely, whoops, needs a subdivide for me to do the eye shape properly. You know, I guess this part needs one too. Okay, so yeah, that was just like my opinions on that streaming site. I actually did think, I thought for a moment, like a good bit, like, hey, you know, maybe I should apply, you know? I think it'd be fun, you know, maybe I'll do like, I don't know, morning streams or something. Huh? Do like morning streams, you know, talking to people. Hey, you know, blah 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 blah. How's everyone doing today? But then the stuff I wanted to do was a little bit too complex, because I wanted to, you know, every once in a while I get some crazy ideas, you know what I mean? And I had this idea like, oh man, you know, it'd be great, you know, it'd be cool if they were able to do it. So it's like, set it up so like, so on that site you can get stuff like, You know, I'll actually have it just directly copy off of this one, because this one's like the main focus, the open-eyed version. So I'm gonna have to bend everything proper. But as I was saying, what I actually wanted to do is, like, on that site there's these things like you can tap. It doesn't, just to show your support, you give stars to the people on Irium, right? And from there, it doesn't actually do anything. It's just, you know, hey, look at that, it's fun. And what I wanted to do was, you know how you can do like Twitch integrated throwing systems and all that on like Twitch and just other streaming platforms? What I wanted to do was almost have it so it's like set up like almost like an Irium boss fight type thing, where it's like, oh, look at me, because I'm playing on the phone. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm doing something. And every time people did like donations or whatever, I would, you know, oh, look at that, you damaged me, all your support like goes into contributing against the boss, like almost a raid fight. But I'm like, no, the system's a little bit too condensed. Like, it can't do that. What I'm getting is, it cannot do that. So I'm like, okay, no Irium for me. Not doing that. So I'm sticking to just, you know, keep on doing Twitch stuff. Twitch, YouTube. And then I also, you know, had the thought of, oh, you know, how come I haven't put this effort into, you know, my actual streams yet? So, I should go do that. I'll get around to it. Is there anything wrong? You know, everything's still set up as should be. As all should be. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, and then I didn't really actually do anything special for Easter 420. You know, unfortunately, uh, I I really was gonna go and stream my. There were like 4 or 5 times I was thinking like, oh, doing a return stream for some stuff, but then it's just stuff just kept getting in the way. Like, oh, hey, you know, I should probably finish my the original stuff I was planning on doing, right? Like, oh, the bucket list I kept on pulling back because, you know, school. So I was like, oh, I finished school, and all of a sudden, okay, time to start working on those immediately. Because those were, like, you know, the priority. And considering I'm out of school now. I've been out of school for a week. Other than that, no. I worked on, oh, whoops. I didn't realize the music was too low. Because, chat on OBS isn't working for some reason. So I don't, I'm like worried, oh, if I do that, I'll miss, at least the Twitch ones won't show up, but like the YouTube ones don't. And I want to actually have everyone be able to see and respond to anyone who does appear for whatever reason. I wonder if it'd be okay if I merged this part. Oh, whoops. I mean, Oh man, double triangles right here. It's probably fine. It's not rigged. It's not gonna be rigged. Actually, if anything, this actually could work in my favor. Because the gap is so wide that I can actually use it to, do other stuff. Like, it gives me, like, room to be able to actually start manipulating the eyes a bit more than just, This is, like, how some devs do it, where they make it so it's, like, a huge, like, gap, and they shrink the... Let me actually show. A lot of, rigged 3D models in something like, I don't know, Dragon Ball FighterZ. Oh, actually, if I'm gonna do that, I need to disconnect this. They have it set like this, so that when they do, like, the extreme mouth movements, it doesn't actually, like, do anything too crazy. It doesn't mess with it. Let me, Oh, man, I'm gonna have to, like... Up, up, up. Delete the edges here. Curl that back in. Okay, Paul just rang. What just happened? Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Okay. Oh, you know, sometimes, every once in a while, if you just destroy your mesh, it gives you, like, a vision. Like, oh, you just see me right now. Oh, I see it. I see the path. I see the path to good topology. Oh, whoops. You know, I just got the vision. There we go. You know what? I guess it doesn't matter if the eyes are like that. I should just have it so the eyes are just open, right? Like that, right? For the base, just open eye. It doesn't have to be the specific, like, freaky deaky looking eye. If I bend it like this, not great, but you can, like, see the vision, right? Like, okay, I think I'm sharpening the face a little too hard with this, but because for some reason in this side profile, he did a really sharp face. I thought it was always like a little kabuki cat face, but it could be wrong. could be wrong. I never actually did ask him whether or not it's actually like a weird cat mask. I just kind of looked at that. I'm like, yup, that's a cat mask, and just worked with it. I never even asked him. Now I'm thinking about it. Though there are a lot of stuff I need to ask that guy every once in a while. I'm like, oh yeah, am I doing stuff out of character for your character? In a way, he's like, oh. Though a lot of the characters are just like kind of like freak, and not in like a freaky weird, like not a freaky like haha doing into freaky stuff, like a freak as in that normal people do not do that type of way. Like, you are unwell. I'll keep with a little bit of the cat face idea. Okay, then lower everything back. These bits down. From what it seems like from both perspectives, it seems to be like a little bit flat-ish, which is something I'll keep in mind. Can't not do that, right? Gotta be character accurate. Even though it's like a kind of like a skull shape, it's a little flat-ish in its look. Maybe I'll apply to Irium and just ask them straight up. Like, oh yeah, they do the vetting process, and it's like, oh, by the way, I have a lot of questions on whether or not your system can handle this. And it's just like, no. So, too bad. So sad. That's so sad. And then just like, alright, I've heard enough. I'm out. What do you mean you're out? That's all I wanted to know, really. If you couldn't do it, then you can't handle whatever shenanigans I want to think of. Oh, I should probably make a note for the weird head hole that's just like there. Though I could do it in a different way. I could do like a Boolean option and make it like, you don't know. Boolean option and then place a little ball there so it just forces the concave hole. Okay, doing it like that. No, I don't want the mask to look like that. How does it look rounded? Subdivide. Yeah, it's a little too flat. Okay, let me just... something like this helps round it out a bit more. Oh, I think it'd be a little... it would be freakier if it was like... oh, no, I can't do that. Okay, rounding out the eyes. No, sharpening the eyes, I mean. Seems like a probably good idea. Do something like that. Have it go up one more time. And then from here, one. Okay, I guess we have to do a it doesn't. I'm fine with that. I don't really care that much. Square that off. And then, oop, oop. Oh, you know what? Something I just forgot to mention. Did you hear about the stuff with Oblivion? Bethesda, okay, initially someone leaked that one of the studios that Bethesda works with accidentally just left photos of a supposed remake of Oblivion in the files. And today was their announcement of the actual game. And even crazier was that they just straight up, it just came out. It came out that mid-presentation. Oh, jeez. Ew. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, Okay, we get this. Dissolve that edge. There's like a suspicious amount of unsubdivided. A suspicious amount of triangles that showed up when I wasn't really focusing. Okay, these are not ideal. So let me try getting rid of that. Just making one triangle. I have to come up with something here. Oh, you know, this music's been going for a good, like, bit. Let me... Yeah. Boom. Genius. I'm a genius. And we add, slap that in, bop, and bop. There we go. And now we just need to reshape it so it's the proper shape. Okay, so what else neat can I talk about? The Oblivion remake that came out mid-presentation. That was pretty neat, I'd say. Pretty interesting. You know, talked about trying to make the new friends. Even though apparently a lot of people on Irium are very, like... I don't know. It's like, don't... It's a very strange... Don't interact with me. I don't want, you know, people to really, like, enter my DMs. But at the same time, it's like, oh, if you're a VTuber, enter my DMs and message. And I'm just, like, getting real mixed signals about that one. You know, it makes me a little worried, considering, yes, I am a VTuber. Yeah. But am I viewer first, VTuber second to them? Do they even see me as a VTuber? Oh. Someone just ended stream right in front of me and I just, like, didn't notice because I don't have my headphone in. Because having 4 voices in my head is not exactly easy to manage. Maybe I should have, like, built something to like put the crater in. Okay, where's the crater? And okay, the crater should be around like here-ish. So if I do something like this, trace it. It's like, okay, where's the other side have it? It's like somewhat slanted. Okay, somewhat slanted. That's, I can work with that. Oh, I can get rid of that piece. One on one side, one on the next. Maybe I need a... Okay, I might need a bit more. Like that. Trying to think, how can I do this without messing up too much? These are like the simple pathways I'm starting to imagine right now. Okay, that one was just kind of okay-ish. Like, that one actually kind of worked. But, like, okay, maybe I can add another line there, which, yeah, that makes sense. So rather than it going through there, goes through the head, that makes more sense. Solve that edge. Oh, and then add one there. Go add that. That's a new quad. I mean, if we have to do a try, so be it. Add a try, you know. Okay, there we go. Now it's technically, like, works. Now we just need to reformat it in a way that actually works properly. Huh. Someone just followed me on Twitter. Because, you know, I'll never respect calling it X. I will never call it X. I'd rather be dead than call it that. Yeah, I do the little craters thing. Oh, I can probably shape that a bit back. Oh, you know, add a few things to actually help round it out a bit more. The mask, because you can see it's a little sharp. Something you don't think about when you're making a, like, you know, front and side thing, is that you have to think about, like, oh, how does it look up top, right? Sometimes you actually accidentally go a little overboard with that and make it a little too sharp. Though part of it is how I just do it, because I like the way, like, the shade, how shading looks, because it's like, oh, I don't have to worry about the specific way the UVs run when I shape it like that. But Still gotta keep it in mind. Oh, something else I need to try and do, like, create a curve that looks natural. You know, if need be, I'll go and create new lines specifically to make it so it forms properly. Okay, how does it look now, subdivided? It's got the little holes, head hole. At least this is how I interpreted the little head hole that he has. Could be different. Okay, we can have it a bit more pronounced. Poke it out a bit more like that. There we go. It's actually pretty close to how I did it originally. Though, with you know, changes that I gained from, you know, just naturally practicing more and more, getting better at the craft of 3D modeling. Pretty sure I can just, oh, you know, if I just, I think it curving like that's a little too much. As much as it's, like, a bit more accurate. Let me move the curve a bit out. Yeah, have that be a little bit less pronounced. This part I should sharpen. Because that's, like, a very specific point. Like, oh yeah. Because my friend's an actual, like, artist. He went to school for it. So I'm like, okay, I need to, you know, not, like, he obviously knows what he's doing, so I'm just gonna believe him. I wonder if I should, oh, that actually looks a little better to me. Look at that. And I don't know, add like a solidifier or something. So it's a little thick on the inside. Oh, I missed that part. Can I, grid fill? Yeah. fan of that spot right there. This might try something else. Like, yeah, no matter what, it's probably gonna end up with a triangle, but like putting the triangle somewhere else probably makes it look a little better. But is that not? Okay. Whoops, that one's my bad. Didn't realize I didn't put something there. Okay, I think that's a little bit nicer. Not exactly a fan of how that is, but like... Well, you know, we could split this part. Put that there. And then, disconnect that. There we go. A little bit cleaner edge, I think. Bam, bum, 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 bum. Do I have... Okay, let me pull up my asset browser, actually. Shaders, do I seriously... I really forgot to... Oh, wait, no, I can just use, the skin color one. Do that. Oh, yeah, I did do... I actually don't remember when I did that, but... At some point, I did, in fact, go and do that. Oh, whoops. I don't know, what... Alt F. Alt F. Yep, white. And then... Shade smooth. Whoa. Probably has to do with, messed up normals, huh? Recalculate? Yeah. Messed up normals. Then what else do we need to do? It's like... Inside of the mask is black. At least this, like the eye part's black. So we go do that. Oh no, just black. And for the moment, I just have this as black. So I have like a partial idea on how it's supposed to look. Oh yeah, and then there's the line there. But really, I'm gonna do this as like a texture paint thing, so like, don't have to worry too much about that. The little head hole thing, that makes sense how it looks. So if I do. Oh yeah, that looks pretty solid. Oh, it is a little hard to see, like, the actual lining on this. But I do think this is probably pretty solid, actually. This is probably solid enough, and then you put, I don't know, what was it? It's got like a little red eye at the middle. I'll just put in a little red dot. For the funnies. You know, something like that. Oh, you know, if you actually look at it in certain angles, you do see the little curve. You know, the way it outlines. Though, it's probably something I'll just draw on. Or maybe, grease pencil, actually. Grease pencil specifically at angles, just like the little cat whisker looking thing. I think that looks a little stupid. I'm just gonna keep that as a white